Hello, I am Diego Barbosa-Vásquez, opera and orchestra conductor, and today what we are going to talk a little bit is about online music teaching and try to understand the different resources and things that we can use to do music online teaching. First of all, I want to thank you, Intersociedad AP Foundation, for sponsoring us in these meetings. The idea is that we as an artist now collaborate together and help others to create a strong community, because music must to continue and online music teaching is a great possibility to do that. We are going to start talking about the resources and strategies for online music teaching. Obviously, what we are going to do today is a general view. We cannot be totally specific because it will take a lot of time. And also because what we're trying to understand today is that online music teaching actually is an easy aspect. Therefore, today we don't want to overwhelm the people. So many artists now are so afraid about being able to teach, and I guess the best way to help them is saying that is easy, and then when they started we can continue building more and more tools that they can have. But if we at the first time give all the tools, it's going to be so overwhelmed and probably it's more discouraging. Therefore, this is not the purpose of the online session today. I want to start with the question, music online is a possibility? Obviously, my background is as a conductor. I am opera and orchestra conductor. My main knowledge is trying to get orchestras, choirs, singers, and even musical singers to play together and to create a coherent interpretation. Therefore, what I learned is that every single person receives the information in a different way. No matter if you are talking with a professional orchestra or amateur choir, you need to have different tools in order they can understand your interpretation and what you want to get from them. And this also is related what I learned as a pedagogue. I started teaching music since I was 15 years old. Therefore, I started to see the same kind of pattern. There are people that can understand very easily one topic, another topic is so difficult for them. But there is another that the secondary topic is so easy and the first one is so difficult. Therefore, what you see is as same as conducting, you need to become a totally different pedagogue depending on each specific person. When I go and conduct a professional orchestra and I do a gesture and I receive one kind of sound that is not the kind of sound that I wanted and was working in other different orchestras, I need to be able to change my technique and my rehearsal technique in order to get the sound that I need or that the music needs. The same as a pedagogue. If you see that one person is doing, I don't know, an spiccato bow and it's not working, you need to be able to change your mind and give to him different kind of tools. Therefore, online teaching was the same. Since 5 years ago, my conducting career was starting to grow, and I started to have different commitments, not only in my city but also in another cities, then in an international way. And I said, I need to create a strategy to continue giving to my students the training that they need without obviously stopping my career. And was when the online teaching started to give me interesting experiences. Obviously, something that helped me a lot was I was CEO of a company that was in specifically online teaching. I was leading architects, I was leading engineers, I was leading physicians, and all of them was trying to create online courses. And was a huge experience for me because really teach me how online teaching can be done. And I remember that one of my first meetings as a CEO of the company was with the system engineer. We were trying to figure out how to create classrooms online. And I was a little bit worried about how we can do this effectively. And he said something important that totally changed my mind from this moment. And he said, look, at this moment, even surgeries are being done online. The picture that you are seeing here is actually a surgery that was done in 2012 and was a successful surgery. The physicians were in a totally different place, even in another continent, and the patient was given the surgery and was totally successful. And if this can be done in surgery, when we are talking about the human life, from this point we can do whatever we want. And we started to understand the real problem of online teaching is not the online component, it's the teaching component. What we really need to have is a clear pedagogy. And it's very important because so many people don't understand that when they are. Many of them are more focused in a performer and just understanding the performer challenge and trying to be better as performer and just having the teaching as a secondary or plan B. And obviously, the pedagogy is not his or her strength. Therefore, it's very important to understand what is pedagogy about. First of all, as I said, every single person understands the topic different. If you are going to teach online music, even you are talking about cultural behaviors. The cultural behavior of a Colombian is totally different from a United States citizen. Also totally different from someone that is in Europe. We have different kind of approach to the life. Therefore, it's very important that we understand that each person is different in order to create a really powerful online teaching course or whatever. And this understanding of how each person is different is going to give us the tool to understand which is the real interaction that we need to have with every single person.
And I'm going to explain this deeper in the next video called Defining Your Curriculum and Defining Your Interaction. Subscribe to my channel, be attentive to the whole blog of the studio, and see you in the next video.